Zendaya. You don't need me to tell you this, but you are fearless and fierce and smart and fabulous. You, wherever you are a true inspiration to me. Thank you for being here. I am so excited to be witnessing your future unfolding before us. Melissa, I continue to be in awe of you every single weekend from 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. There is no one else who moves so gracefully from politics to academia to activism to pop culture, making the connections between those worlds and making us all smarter in the process. Thank you for being here and for creating a journalistic voice that feels like home for me. For some reason, this speech has been a very tough one for me to think about. This all feels so personal. I know that I'm supposed to stand up here and be that actress on that show who's got this great life and can share a little bit about my civic engagement and how happy I am to be doing it all. Let me explain. If you ask someone from the ACLU who their clients are, they always say the same thing. We only have one client, the Bill of Rights. Exhibit 1 for the defense. Can you tell I play somebody who went to law school? Exhibit 1 for the defense is always the same. It's that sacred document that begins with the words, "We the people." That's who the ACLU works for, the Constitution, the people. Now, I believe that when our founding fathers chose those 3 words, "We the people," as the start to the preamble, they meant it. But it turns out that in their minds, there were a lot of folks who were not included, who were not considered people. Women, apparently, weren't people. African Americans weren't people. Native Americans weren't people. Young people who were old enough to labor and fight our wars, but not old enough to vote, were not considered people. But for nearly a century, the ACLU has fearlessly fought to expand the legal definition of who we the people are. And that's important to me because I've spent my life being part of communities that are misunderstood and underrepresented in the legal world, in the political world, and in the media. Belonging to those communities is who I am. It has informed and continues to inform the choices I've made about the roles I play, and it has informed how I play them. I think I've been struggling, legitimately struggling, as my husband could attest to. I've been struggling with what to say tonight because the truth of what the ACLU does is that you fight to make this country accountable to its own vision. You fight for human beings to be seen as human, not 3/5 a person, not the lesser sex, not illegal or alien or other or wrong or sinful or unworthy. You fight to make sure that all of us are people in the eyes of the law. I think the fact that my very personhood as an African American, as a woman, as a granddaughter of immigrants, as a kid from the Bronx, the fact that my personhood is still so fragile in this country, that I feel how fragile my personhood is, that my daughter's personhood, that the personhood of so many of my loved ones is still so fragile, is heartbreaking to me. When they wrote the words, "We the people," so many of us were invisible to them. And if we are honest about the fight that is going on every single day at the ACLU, there are forces at work that want so many of us to remain invisible, but we won't allow it. Early on in life as an artist, I realized that by telling stories, by introducing new people and perspectives to the cultural conversation, we can open people's hearts and make room for social change. Art can do that. It's the work of the artist to invite you to consider your own heart through a new lens. But feelings are fluid. Emotions come and go. Once public consciousness has been made open for a shift, the shift has to be consecrated. It has to be legislated. It must be adjudicated. It must be made true. And that is what the ACLU does. There is something very surreal about about what is happening tonight, at least for me. 23 years ago, Professor Anita Hill was honored with this exact same award at this exact same dinner. Some of you may know that this past summer, I was blessed with the opportunity to produce and act in an HBO film about the confirmation hearings for Justice Clarence Thomas. I spent my summer being Anita Hill. I feel as though I have spent quite a bit of time studying every word she has ever said, but one of my favorite quotes of hers is, "We've got to understand that all disenfranchised people have something in common, and the pursuit of justice really is about equality for everyone." Professor Hill talks often about how we must fight for equality for everyone in a country whose very constitution stands for equal rights. We are still fighting that fight. So I am truly grateful to be here, but what I am celebrating tonight is you. I celebrate your willingness to fight, to struggle, to defend my seat at the table, to defend my very personhood and the personhoods of people I love. If I am emotional, it is because this is personal. This is about me and my fellow human beings being seen as fully human, as equal. And it doesn't matter how many seasons of a television show I'm on, or how many awards I win, or how many best dressed lists I appear on. I am in danger of not feeling human in my country because of who I am. In Hollywood, we are in the business of telling stories about heroes. But you, ACLU, Southern California, because where the ACLU Southern California goes, the ACLU National goes. You are my heroes. You are our real heroes. So I'm truly humbled by this recognition, and as I stand here tonight, I pledge to continue to do whatever I can in my own work to affirm and celebrate and embody and defend each other's humanity in our culture, while you do it in our courts of law. I am endlessly grateful. Thank you.